Okay, let's call this meeting to order, please. Roll call.
Bertel.
Here.
Herrick.
Here.
Irvin.
Here.
Peeler.
Here.
Cramblett. Here. Fitzgerald.
Go ahead, Sam.
I make a motion we excuse Ms. Fitzgerald, she's on vacation.
Second.
Herrick.
Yes?
Irvin.
Yes.
Peeler.
Yes.
Cramblett. Bertel.
Yes.
Can you please stand for a prayer and try to make sure your phones are on silence or off. Let us pray, O Lord, that we who serve your people in public office may have your blessings and guidance in our deliberations and decisions, so that what we accomplish here this evening will be just and beneficial to the people we serve.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, you have the minutes in front of you, for approval.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion, we accept the minutes from 9/8/20.
You have a second?
Second.
Irvin.
Yes.
Peeler.
Yes.
Cramblett. Yes. Bertel.
Yes.
Herrick.
Yes.
I do have a question, Tammy. Up on top it says minutes from 7/21, 8/11, and 8/18. We already approved those, right?
Oh, we did last time. I shouldn't have put those there.
Okay, I just wonder, I'm just asking.
Okay, I'll correct it for the file copy.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, do we have any petitions and communications? Okay, and with that, most of my reports are with Claus, but I do have a few things to say. Last Thursday, swore in Brandon as a new fire chief. He swore in some new part-timers. Brandon and the fire department threw a like a little retirement lunch with Ray Haw last Friday, which was went over real well. And thank you, Brandon. And on the police side of things, William McKenzie, he's acting right now, but he went to DARE school. He's going to be a DARE officer. Michael Hyde is in charge right now, and I think things are running smooth over there. I know I got a letter from Mayor Burrell at Steubenville asking all communities around to have trick-or-treat night on October 31st, just so everybody's on the same page. I told him that I had to get with council and administration, see how they feel about it. 5:30 to 7:30 on Saturday, but I got to look and see what kind of stipulations or what have you with this virus, if there's any. Yes?
Isn't it the same date that we're gonna have up at the
They usually do.
park?
They usually do. They do that.
Yeah, is that different than we're gonna go ahead and have regular Halloween, or? is that
What they
just-
do have, we have regular Halloween, then afterwards they have a
Then
part,
have-
which
oh,
I don't
okay.
know what you guys come up with, Bob, on that, with Jeff?
Well, if they were gonna come through, that they were gonna go out the back by the service and come out by the service garage.
Yeah, it was just gonna be a drive-through
It was just
thing.
gonna be a drive-through,
Yeah,
Okay.
down by the pool.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just drive through back here.
But, as I said, I think our Halloweens before were 5 to 7,
Okay.
and, I guess I don't know if a half hour make a difference or not, but as he said in his letter, that it would, be down on the vandalism and people going all over the place. So I'll take any, input from everybody.
I wouldn't be mad at you to add for 1 hour.
Is anybody having Halloween now?
Sounds like they're going to. Sounds
My
like they're
place,
gonna have it.
We're in, Jefferson County is in yellow, according to the city. There are certain Halloween safety guidelines they have issued that have to be followed. There's a list of types of celebrations which are allowed, but we're having a one by Jeff. But, I gotta look through this and, really, it's up to the people, with their lights on, if you wanna have your lights on too, except trick or treaters. And they're asking them to wear a mask, everybody. And little kids are, I don't know how they take this mask stuff,
Huh.
so.
We usually dress up, you wear a mask, don't you?
Maybe
Part
we'll
of the costume, right?
Maybe we'll
I
wear
think
the
you're
mask
asking
like
them
they are.
really got the
Maybe we'll
parents-
scare them.
The parents to wear a mask while they're taking their child out. So that's up, we got, until October 31st. So before I announce it, because Jill and I called today, wanted to know what they want to have it. So it will be October 31st, time, just a half hour difference or what have you, if we're gonna have any types of restrictions.
You could cut it for half an hour. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
5 to 7.
Will you put that in the newspaper?
Half an hour.
Oh, yeah,
That's all I want.
advertising.
5:36.
I was thinking 6 to
Sunrise Terrace
6:15.
gets
The
killed.
city of Steubenville will be holding trick or treat on Saturday, October 31st, from 5:30 to 7:30. Requesting communities try to have trick or treat on the same day and at about the same time throughout Brook, Hancock, and Jefferson County. I get these every year from, Mayor Steubenville, wanting everybody just to be on the same page, so you don't have, if we would have it Friday night, everybody'd be down here.
Yeah.
So we'll do, we're gonna go with the, 31st. Yeah.
You might want to think about
Okay.
with having Jeff's thing being a little bit earlier, maybe ending at least at 7, that way you can get them in and out of the park a little easier. If you wait till 7:30, now it's probably gonna be 9:30 before you even
Yeah,
get
we
back.
usually did have 5, I think our times were always 5 to 7.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
I hope we don't have any issues, because that's not the greatest of roads back here, in darkness,
Mhm.
going back through there.
Okay, with that, Bob, go ahead.
For the first time in my adult career,
I'm looking forward to that.
I didn't do any this. So I'm sorry about that. Thank me if you want. I didn't mean that, Jags. Oh, we're on tape. I better watch myself. Anyhow, there's a few things going on. You guys have in your packet there. We got such great numbers, and then I had about 4 alternates, and we have the money to do these, and I'm going to do them. This is how I feel about infrastructure, folks. If I got the money to do things, we're going to do them and get it over with. And with this paving right now, we got a lot of McClister pretty much done. The bottom of McClister's starting to get bad a little bit, okay? With this paving on North Hill, all the way up to Bertel, the only part that's not going to be paved right now is going to be from Bertel over to where Granitier is at. That's the only section of North Hill that won't be paved. So I'm trying to get all of the major, arteries through our town done. And up on Alamo, it's going to be pretty much all done. And it's going to be, it's just a layover up there, cheaper, whatever else. And, I'm getting a lot of good compliments from when we did the chip and seal on St. Clair and on the back roads of WTOV. A lot of people really said, I'm glad you did that. Now, that's not going to hold up real well, okay? You got to do that for 2 or 3 years. And it's very cheap. I think all the chip and seal I did was like $8,000. So, it's very, very cheap. But these numbers are the best numbers I could get. I took the striping out, I took the traffic control out, because I'm gonna have our people do these kinds of things, and I might be able to get the county to do the striping. A lot of times we don't do the striping anyhow, we really don't. So, you know, I'm gonna try to get the county to do it. And I think altogether it was gonna be somewhere close to $280,000, $290,000, 285 to 290. I got him down to 267. I think that's a very good deal, guys. And like I said, you know, we have the money, we can do this, and I think that we need to do this, okay? You know, next year might be something totally different. You know, we don't know what this mill is gonna do, even though I wanna say that, you know, everybody thinks the mill. You know, we only got really good revenue from the mill this last year, okay? So, you know, you just gotta use your head and use some common sense and prioritize things in this town. And we can still get things done, because it's getting done. So, you know, we're gonna continue to hot patch where we can. That's running out because it's in October. Those couple trees, I have a guy give me a price for those trees that we had talked about, $1,500. I'd like that guy to prove that that's our property, is what I'd like to do.
Over here?
Yeah. I'd like him to prove that that's our property, not us prove that's our property, have him prove that that's our property.
Right.
Because, you know, the other one, they can only get in there and cut it down, they can't even haul it out.
Where, Nestler?
Yes, they can't haul it out, so it's gonna be laying there, okay, if we do it. But I mean, these folks that come and say, hey, this is your property, have them prove to us that it's our property, not us go the other way. At least that's how I feel about it, I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I had an understanding that blowing the man of Reno.
See, I don't know, I don't know.
I mean, if I'm wrong or not, if I live on a fence line, there's trees hanging over my property, I have the right to cut that down,
Yep.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Not us.
no, that's the owner.
Property owner,
The
yeah.
owner. That doesn't fall on us though, does it, or does it?
No.
If it's on our property hanging over there, does that fall on us?
If it's on our property hanging over onto theirs.
Yes, that, we're probably responsible
We're
then.
probably responsible.
Yeah, I would
for
say
that.
we are responsible, but somebody gotta prove to me that that's our property,
Yeah.
that those trees are on. Cause I don't wanna throw $1,500 away, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't wanna throw $1,500 away.
Well,
Once we start, we're in trouble.
Exactly.
Ronnie's doesn't go to where Nestler's. It might go below Nestler's, but this is in Nestler's backyard. You know where North
I
Fork?
was there, I went and looked over there,
Yeah.
but I don't know how far Ronnie owns that hauler. He runs all the way down to Cemetery Lane. That whole bottom he owns.
Yeah.
I would just tell them, Satch, hey, if you can tell us that that's our property, we'll come in there and we'll take that tree down. As much as we can take it
Yeah,
down.
right.
We're just basically gonna be taking the tops and stuff off, and we can't haul it out, we're not hauling out of there.
Right.
So,
Right, well.
you know, I mean, I don't wanna be mean to our folks around here, and not, you know, not be, you know, helpful with our neighbors here, but, you know, for somebody just come and say, hey, you take it down, 1,500 is 1,500.
I'll get Ronnie and go down, and he can tell me exactly where he's at then.
I'm not saying Ronnie has to take care of it, but, you know, tree is a tree, what the hell?
Now, there is some COVID money still around,
Well,
okay?
the thing of it is, I'm doing
I don't
my
know how we're
job,
gonna
that's
spend
all.
I know.
it. They have it, you know, they have certain ways that we can spend this money. I know that we got a resolution tonight that we have to pass tonight. I wasn't aware that money was there. They said they sent everything out to all the council people. You guys remember getting a letter about that?
Yeah, I
I never
mentioned
got-
it
I never-
in front of council months ago, actually.
Okay, because I never got a letter, because my name's not on there. But I never got a letter. They sent it to the mayor and all council people. And it must have just got lost in the sauce then, George, because there's quite a bit of money sitting up there. I don't know if we can even use it, I'll be honest with you. For the restrictions that they, and we got some more coming down the line. I've already talked to them. So I'm gonna go after this money. I don't know how we can spend it, you know. Tahiti would look good for Bob, but I'm not sure if we go there.
I need
But,
a new kitchen.
Okay, that's a new kitchen, okay, all right, you had COVID.
There's a lot of good things we can spend this money on too. There's a lot of different routes for EMS, fire. There's even some routes you can use it even for small business type grants.
Yeah, you can
for
actually do
those
some
who are
small
suffering
business
and stuff
stuff.
like that. There's all kinds of
But
routes.
we gotta
for
get,
stuff.
we gotta get it here, so.
Did you ever meet with that gentleman?
No, Weezak?
Yeah.
And we have to
No,
do that still.
we have to do
Yeah.
that soon. He's got the opposite sign in his yard, I'm not liking him very much.
Is part of the
Yeah.
pool in there too, though, I think?
I think we can look at the pool, actually,
Upgrade the
and, you know,
pool a little
upgrade it,
bit.
because we had to
Yeah.
close the pool because of COVID, okay? So we can do some, you know, something up at the pool and things like that. So I'm gonna work very hard to get that money in our hands, then we will sit down and decide, because I think, when is it, December, it's got to be,
Very spent.
be spent by December. And I gotta get it by October 15th, correct?
Yeah, I think that, I'm not sure of all the exact rules, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So we gotta get a
Sounds
resolution
great.
passed tonight, then I'm gonna get on the website and do what I gotta do to get this money. So that's really kinda all I have. And I think that we are moving in the right direction with the fire department. You know, I always call you out, you know that, right? With the fire department and the police department. I even talked to the police department and, you know, they're, let's put it this way, the morale's up. Those folks are doing well.
Good.
One thing I wanted to add to mine, I opened the senior center this past Monday, you know, with the social distance and mask. And there's some people, a lady from Harrison County down there the other day. Like I say, I don't know if it's taken off yet, but I told Fred to go ahead and open and just follow some restrictions. So like I said, we're starting, you know, we're gonna slowly move on.
Now, my other thing at the senior center, for people to go in, because I mean, they're not serving lunch or anything, right?
No, all right.
Just to go in and have
Just
coffee
socialize,
or
coffee.
play cards or have bingo. All right.
BS.
Oh, Bob, can you get me that key?
That
I
what?
asked for the key to the
Yep.
senior center.
You want a key for the senior center? Okay,
Yeah.
I don't remember you asking me for that. I know you asked me for a key here.
No,
Yeah, key
but
for the senior center,
also-
okay.
That's all right, if you,
Okay.
whatever you can.
Well, I tell you what, I would get, you need a key
I
for,
don't, yeah, I do.
Well, I figure, you know, since I'm over it, I'd like to go in there and make sure everything's cool.
I mean, I.
Or, you know, I can call Fred and he can let me
Yeah,
in, but,
Timmy, I will always call him, and he found out there was a problem down there not too long ago. The air conditioner was all stopped up, and what it was something the cleaning people used, got in the filters, and clogged it all up. Once they cleaned it out and got a new filter, it worked fine. So I'll get back with you that.
okay.
Go ahead, Jags.
I got a thing here to give the council, to Mingo Junction Village Council from Mingo Junction Safety Forces regarding contract negotiations dated yesterday. Mingo Junction Safety Forces wishes to open contract negotiations with Mingo Junction Village Council at your earliest convenience, signed by Kevin Ingram, Secretary.
I want to ask one more thing.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna enter into this contract that we have here, guys, so if you're looking at it. With the paving company. So I think you guys gave me permission to do that anyhow, from the beginning, so. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I know I'd forget.
I was gonna make a motion when we get to ordinance.
Okay, okay. Well, there's a resolution have to come.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine, you can do that.
What kind of safeguards are we, I mean, I know last time with the paving company, they came in.
I got another guy, that's a safeguard I got another engineer.
Okay.
And I told him, you know, my border story, and I said, you know, you're gonna be
We're not signing
responsible.
off when this is all done unless it's
Yeah.
to our, you know.
Well, you know, really, I had a couple people look at it, and, you know, they say it is okay.
Right.
It's not the greatest, but it is okay.
Yeah, it's
You know,
acceptable.
we want it the greatest, okay, but you know,
Yeah,
but I got somebody from, a guy I was working with, actually from my other job. He's from St. Clairsville, and I got him under contract. He's gonna cost us about $8,000 to $10,000, but he's going to be, you know, he drew up all the specs and everything for me, and he's gonna be on the site when they do it, so.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed in the last group, very disappointed.
Did you set a date?
They're gonna start Thursday, actually. We're
Thursday?
gonna start milling up on Volusia, yeah, in Summit. We already put it down on the page, on the positive page, and we're gonna put it on our website here. Tim is gonna start notifying people up there, get the cars off the streets.
How far are you gonna go on Summit?
Over to Morrow's Hill, because it's already paved up the other way.
Oh, so from that,
It's gonna come down Volusia this way and then up to Morrow's.
oh, okay,
That'll all be paved down, because Morrow's Hill's all done,
right.
so that'll all be done. So,
I think that's good with that, what you did around the knob area and that.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Well, let's put it
Even
this way.
going around the KC, it's,
Well, let's put it this way, our show place is right there too, you know, and once we get that paved, we're gonna pave from Legion, or Logan and Legion, all the way over past his house, Granitier.
oh, that's,
So we're gonna get that all taken care of. And it's gonna be nice. Like I said, the only parts that are not gonna be paved on North Hill is from Bertel up to Granitier. That one stretch down the hill where Spud's parents was, down there where Averly's and up. So, but we're making progress.
Yeah, good.
Our roads will be very nice around here.
Next
And the
it'll
chip and
be,
seal.
next year will be Bonita Drive West, and we'll be all right.
Hey, Bob, I had a couple of people in Fraser ask if we were going to be working on that. Have you done anything on Fraser? St. Clair goes this way, Fraser's that valley.
Well, I know that anytime somebody brings it to our attention, I know that we go and do something with whatever we can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
What are they saying
Bad grade.
wrong?
I guess whatever you put down originally was not the good stuff. I
You
said,
mean
well,
where the one Herrick lives?
yeah.
I don't know.
That's the only resident on there, isn't there?
No, actually, there is about 4 or 5.
Really?
Yeah, on Fraser, yeah,
Wow.
I'm talking about the Fraser again,
yeah.
It's definitely, hot patch, that's all we can do in those places.
I haven't been up there, I usually walk up there, but some lady assaulted one of the ladies thinking it was me. Really, and I was like, what do you mean? She said she thought I was you. I said, okay, then I better not go up there because if she assaults me, we're gonna have a problem.
And I think some of these side roads, when we can get them all cleaned up and level, I
Yeah.
think that chip and seal is good to do for these side roads, because it will hold up on side roads that don't have a lot of traffic. But I try to stay away from that right now, because then we gotta brush it and everything
Okay.
else, because there's a lot of gravel.
Only
Yeah, but
because they
that would be good
asked
for
me.
Fraser. It would
Yeah.
be,
Yeah, if we can get up in there and do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
Sorry-
thanks,
sorry to
Thanks,
interrupt.
Jack. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry to interrupt.
I lost my place.
Yeah.
We still on Jags?
Yeah, we didn't get to it yet, we did.
Okay, because I want to ask a couple questions. Mr. Evans.
Oh, on a checkbook, George, they have all of our stuff. They said it might be like around the middle of October, everything will be released to them. And hopefully it won't take very long to get it on the
Thank you, Jax.
Yeah, Mr. Huggins, I know we got some problems with the fire department, but we got some problems with the police department now. Wages. It should be at 25%. They're down at 15. Where'd all the money go at one
The
time?
retirement for Sagan.
But not that much.
It was a pretty good amount,
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
pretty good amount.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you have what?
It was a lot.
Big chunk.
Uh-huh.
20,000?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking. Because it disappeared on
Yeah, I'm
her.
not downgrading you guys or nothing for taking your 6th day or whatever it adds up to. That's what breaks people, and that's what exactly
But
happened.
before, yeah, when I was here.
When you retired, when Marcy Pope retired.
But there was money put back every year into the fund, and it's in here. We never put anything in it.
Okay, I know.
It's in here.
I know, because when somebody retires and they got.
Retirement employee fund, okay? There's a line item in here that we used to put money into. 5,000 a year, 6,000 a year, it adds up. We don't do that anymore. We take it right out of wages, and guess what? Boom. Gotcha.
Is that what happened?
I mean, there's a fund there. I think, in fact, I just saw a number.
85 fund? Right.
Probably $20 or something.
No, it's
I mean, I've
saying-
always-
92,000, right?
When somebody retires, that there's a big chunk goes.
Oh, I understand it. But we know ahead of time what's going out.
It's got 52,000 in it right now, and it's
Right.
untouched.
But I don't think you put anything in it for,
I don't remember budgeting anything.
I've been-
Like you're
I've
saying,
been
You
here
know
10
what,
years
it's
and we've never
never
put money
ever
in.
been brought up or anything, really.
Can I ask the question? Now, this 6 days and all this stuff here, is it a federal law or state law or what law that has to be rolled over? You can't say that has to be taken out, then you have to be paid to the end of the year? Or,
No,
and that's rolled up forever?
State,
What's in your-
it's a state law that you could roll that over, I'm pretty sure.
you
It's
mean,
not, it's not a
this
village law.
50,000 it's in there now, it stays in that fund until you spend it.
What I'm
Is that what
saying
you're
is, say
talking
you guys, he was on a fire brand or whoever,
Okay,
okay, you get sick time. That keeps rolling over, rolling
Right.
over, rolling up. So is that a state law, federal law, or is that in their
It's-
contract?
It's both the state law and it's in the contract. The state law has some limits that are stricter than the contract.
Yeah, the contract doesn't, you know.
And the biggest reason that's in there is that if they collect that, they collect half. If they don't collect it, they just go on sick leave until they use it all. And you pay 100%.
Then you got the guys who want to earn to burn. That's no good either. That's what you want to try to stop, earn to burn.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of them around here. you know.
It's an incentive for people
Yeah.
to accumulate it.
But we need to put money back in that fund every year, though, but we don't. And we, you know, we got,
Okay, let me ask the question, because I'm not a rep on it. Does that get appropriated on budget talks?
Yes,
it should,
be in budget.
That money?
but it's never been brought
So
up.
now we're gonna take money out
Yeah.
of somewhere else to put into that fund.
It's been a long time since money has, well, it's
I don't
always
think
been
since
some
you
money
and I
out of the
been on,
general
it's never
fund.
been
We
brought
always
up.
take it. And,
No, and I
Like
just
a
looked at
end of
this.
year carryover kind of a thing, or
well, no, what they usually did is budget so much at the beginning of the year
and transfer direct at the
and
start?
transfer into that fund, then it would accumulate, that fund gets bigger, then when you get a hit, you can absorb it.
They'll fight us one of these days.
I mean, you can never put enough money in there to cover your potential liability down the road. But you know everybody's not gonna retire all at one time. So you wanna accumulate that a little bit. And it doesn't hurt to take a look at, people that are close to retirement and see how much sick leave they have accumulated.
There's some guys that are just retired that didn't have too much sick time. And Jimmy was one of them. You know,
No.
we give him sick time. Yeah, but he didn't have that much. I didn't know Joe had that much. So, you know,
I know we're off the subject or anything on insurance and stuff like that there, but is there a thing where, I mean, I know people like to build their sick time up in case something happens. Do we have a policy where we can get a short-term disability or a long-term disability from the insurance company? You pay into it.
Well, there are policies
That's
like that,
fine.
but they're
Or you sign-
expensive.
Or you sign up for when you have.
Well, the employees have an option to sign up on their own. But if you're gonna pay for it, it's expensive.
That's like
And it
Aflac.
still won't replace sick leave. They'd still be entitled to sick leave.
Yeah.
Is there a limit on their sick leave that they collect? Like school teachers, we only got, I think, 44 days, if I'm not mistaken.
I got a lot less.
Well,
There's cash,
yeah,
private,
I
there's
mean,
private.
with,
that thing, but-
Yeah.
When I retired from Indian Creek, I only got 44 days.
Per
That was
year?
it, right, Spud?
Yeah, I know they cut
Yeah.
yours. I thought the service department or the SCRS did too. I mean, not PERS did too. I thought
The
they cut.
PRS doesn't
I don't think they
affect your
limit.
sick leave.
I don't think they limit it. The problem you run into is these people that get these 190 days built up, that they just quit coming to work and use those days, really falsifying sick leave.
Right.
Right.
Because usually when you take it out, you only get paid half of what you accumulated. So they say, well, I'm sick. I'm not coming to work for those 190 days.
Don't you gotta
So they get their full
Truthfully.
benefits, they get their full pay. And it's sad because I tried to go after a few people in my previous jobs and, it's basically falsifying sick leave.
But it's not hard to get a doctor.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I'm
And
sick,
the thing
yeah.
is, the allowing them, and a lot of people don't understand this, but if they take their sick leave out when they retire, they collect their pension sooner. So they get more money by taking it out when they retire than by dragging it out. And it's hard to get people to understand that. But if you look at the numbers, it's definitely beneficial to you to take the lump sum of your unused sick leave and then at 50% and collect your pension immediately.
if you take your pension money, your money from your sick time, it doesn't count towards your pension.
No.
Doesn't count towards your pension. So, like when I retired, I got a check for like $28,000, okay? By the time I get done with taxes and everything else, I got $21,000. that does not go towards your pension, nothing like that.
Right.
But it stops me, I could've went a year and a half and not worked, and they had to pay me. Plus now they gotta pay a guy overtime to fill my term.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're gonna get bit, either way, you're gonna get bit. But we gotta put money in that fund, and I'm just by looking here, I seen all that money disappearing. I thought, you know, Joe, I didn't know they had that much sick time. And it's public record, and it's, we don't hide nothing.
All right, anything else?
Thanks, Jack. Anything else we need to look in here, is it
No, I
just
talked
gonna
with
sneak
Kim.
up on us?
I was in there with, today with Kim, and at the end of the month here, she'll close out the books for third quarter, so we want to set up a finance meeting sometime in early, mid-October, then we can see where we're at going for the last 3 months. So we have a meeting on, what, the 13th of October? We going to second and fourth Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to meet ahead of the regular council meeting at 6? October 13th.
That'd be the 6th or the 20th, is that what you're
It'd be
talking?
the 13th, actually, second and fourth Tuesdays, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
That would be the 13th.
That would be your
Yep.
regular meeting date, yeah.
We'll meet at 6 o'clock ahead of that.
Oh, yeah, 13 or 27, huh?
Yeah, 13th should be
13,
good.
yeah.
13.
13 to 6 o'clock.
Yeah. I'll make sure that the paper knows. That's it.
Well, I'll just go back on when Pat asked about these streets. I did get a phone call from a lady the other day, Mrs. Jenkins on Ravine Street. She wanted to thank the service department. They take care of her up there, going up Ravine Street, where
Yeah.
the alley is. She wanted to be on the phone for 3 hours the other day.
We've done quite a bit back there, that's for sure.
I mean, I'm getting so many compliments on the fire department, Brandon, the police department, the service department. I mean, this is what I like. Instead of going out and getting your ears beat in, you know, to start to get the, you know, inside is, you know, we're gonna work things out internally. Outside, the people are, you know, they're just like thrilled that they see things going on. We are with, you know, the things going on in the village. And as Bob said earlier, you know, things are looking up. Ernie, you have anything?
Just one thing, I would like a very short executive session to talk about some pending litigation. Just probably won't take 5 minutes.
Yes.
I have a question for Mr. Wilson.
Go ahead.
When is their contract up?
Contract's up March, I think, March or April.
I just had it.
We have to answer those folks?
We could give them a response. You should give them some kind of a response at some point if you want to wait, you know, 2 weeks and talk, figure out.
I don't want to wait till the last minute and get ambushed, you know.
Definitely true.
What does it say on that letter?
Doesn't say on that letter?
No.
I believe it's March 31st, but.
I can't hear you.
What's this about?
Their contract.
Oh, the contract, okay.
Is up. And I don't, you don't wait till
Oh, no,
January,
no, I-
February,
I
so
just-
anything.
We're talking about litigation, I didn't know if we were going to litigation.
They already found some money, so to bring it up.
Okay.
Like I say, we'll go to, go ahead, Brandon, you got a report?
Couple things I'll pass out to you guys. You guys can have a copy of everything. You're a big supporter.
Yeah. One thing I want to remind you is, the longer the report does not mean you're more important, so. you know,
Well, hey,
the shorter-
trust me, they
the
won't be-
shorter-
they won't be
the
as
shorter
long
the
as
reports,
yours.
you guys appreciate it, okay?
Trust me.
Thank you, Brandon.
Shorter the reports, we appreciate you more.
Thank you.
Put one for her and then we'll put the stuff
Ready
in
to
the
reopen
mailbox.
for minutes?
Yeah. Ernie's not here. It's nothing to do with golf, Ernie, so,
No.
sorry. All that is just a Citizens Fire Marshal's Office, a command structure. The second portion of it is the duties of what the people's responsible for, my part-timers, full-timers, and things like that. That everybody knows where everybody stands, what they're supposed to do, and different things like that. Billing is a lot smoother now. I've talked to MCA. just from September 1st till as of today, we've already received $5,980.59. Payments and things are being submitted all the time now. Billing's about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks turnaround time. No problems there. I got a phone call the other night, Sunday night, from the guy on turn, says he received multiple complaints about the dollar store. So I got dressed, it was about 8 o'clock at night. Got dressed and we went to the dollar store. Went in there, told him who I was an inspector. People couldn't get out of the dollar store, exits were blocked, fire extinguishers were blocked, I mean, it was bad. I told them, I was like, you know, we need to come up with a short-term fix and then a long-term fix for their products everywhere. I mean, if somebody was in the back of the store, if they were disabled, if there was a fire, they would not be able to get out of that building.
Well, that was brought up, and I was up there again, and I told them about it again. Because fire starts in there, and all them buggies are in the middle there of the house. I told them, you know, and they've been turned in about 3 or 4 times to the owner. But they don't, and outside, they don't clean up outside or nothing.
It was at about 8 o'clock at night, and I went up there an hour taking pictures and things. Said they needed to have certain things done by 2 o'clock by the next morning. And when I went up at 2 o'clock the next morning, there were about 10 employees there from all different stores. They fixed what I wanted to fix immediately. We're working on a long-term issue with the products and things like that. I mean, there was stuff, they had ceiling tile in the back lifted so the product could be higher than what the ceiling tile was. Exits were blocked, it was bad, real bad. I told them, I was like, if this stuff ain't cleared by 2 o'clock, I'm gonna shut you down. And they pulled people from everywhere, and they had it taken care of. I told them, I said, periodically, I'm gonna start talking in and making sure, because, I mean, they had the whole back door, the exit was completely blocked. If there was a fire, nobody could get out. That was an issue for me, so I took care of that. I was called today about CARES funding. A lady, a sales rep, got a hold of me. Stryker, they deal with our COTS and our cardiac monitors, and she approached me and told me that we're the only agency in the 3-county radius that hasn't applied for anything or got money or things like that. So I'm like, okay, you know, I said, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I just took over and no problem. So I found out too, when we started the ambulance levy, there was certain equipment was supposed to be with that levy. She said she gave quotes and things like that for some things. Well, I don't think it was ever purchased, or the money levy wasn't enough for it. I don't know. One of the things was, it was called a Lucas device. It's a CPR assist device. Somebody's on the ground, it snaps to the backboard, and it just pounds on the chest continuously. Jack knows, you do CPR 2 minutes and you're exhausted. 2 o'clock in the morning, if you only have 2-3 people, you have to turn multiple departments out or get more guys to come help you, because if you're doing CPR all the way to the hospital. She said, you know, she apologized about the CARE funding. So their main representative out in California called me and said, I'll tell you what. She goes, I'll split the difference with you. I'll give you $15,000 towards this device from the CARES fund that they received. The device is about $30,000. She goes, I'll give it to you for $14,881.40. She goes, I'll do you one better. She goes, I'll give you 0% interest for 36-month payment. She goes, I don't care how you make your payments, if it's yearly, quarterly, I don't really care, she said. She said it's so bad that Hillendale Volunteer Fire Department got $180,000 for these devices, monitors, and she said everybody's getting everything except you guys in this area. So, well, I said, I'll bring it up. So, I mean, I said, we're not in a position to be spending money. I was like, I don't even really want to start headhunting with that, because my head will be on the chopping block about asking to go for a lot of money. But I said, I'll bring it up. I mean, I have the paperwork here. I mean, the payment would be $413.37 a month, but we can make one payment a year for $4,960.47. We wouldn't even have to make a payment till next year. And like Bob said, money's time sensitive. Everything has to be done by that October 15th, because they get so much money. She said, I'll give you $15,000 towards this device off from the CARES fund that we got. So I said, I'd bring it up if whatever you guys want to do. If you guys want to decline, or, I mean, I don't know what the money situation is with capital improvement money or how things work with all JAG's money in the village, I don't know. But I know it was talked about when I was here back in 2018, to have at least one device on the first out ambulance with a new heart monitor, because I could run a whole cardiac arrest with 2-3 people with that device versus 4 to 5 people, 6 people.
How many years did she say it was? 3 years?
But it's 3 years, 0% interest. She said, I don't care if you want to do every month payment or you can make it quarterly. I mean, quarterly, yearly, annually, however you want to do it. So.
That also may be eligible.
Well, I would think it would be, so I mean, I think we
that's
pay it right
out of
off.
that Money that we can get from the county.
I think we pay it
Have
right
a
off.
resolution
I mean,
from the
just
county.
knock it out.
That's
And
all.
then you just for that amount, I'd just
Imagine
buy
that
it.
mess something
We don't
up
want to
there.
miss the offer of, you know,
No.
her paying that, you know, we're getting half price, but
This was a surprise phone call to me because she was like, you know, she's selling Steubenville because they're starting EMS, and she's like, they're giving so much money away. Steubenville requested for 2 ambulances and everything for it. They contacted Steubenville and said, "Do you guys want a third ambulance?" They're giving Steubenville a whole third ambulance with everything for it. Just throwing it at them because of the money.
We can't get in that money, it's too late.
No, that cares what I'm looking at right
That's what the
now.
resolution, that's what the
That's what the resolution
resolution
is
have in front of you
tonight.
today.
That's what you're gonna get tonight.
Alright.
And I'm gonna tell you, if she says that nobody, we're the only ones, well, that's all the people told me up there when I went up.
Well, I mean,
They
as
said
far
there's
as
hardly anybody that had requested this money. That's what she told me, the lady at the auditor's office.
yeah, that's fine. But I know as far as like I know Brilliant, I know at least our immediate area around us right now. I know Hillendale, Brilliant, and some. I mean, is getting as far as the department wise. No, I wouldn't say city or village or township wise, but.
I think a lot of that money can be used for EMS and stuff like that. You know, I think that's part of the,
Anything has to do with COVID, that's the, but I said, I'd bring it up, I said, they're willing to give us half of some of their money to fit towards, I mean, it's a $30,000 machine. It's about the size of a little backpack, really. Goes in, I mean, that was case, 2 batteries, charger, everything for the whole unit. I mean, you don't do CPR anymore.
Saved my life, it's paid itself.
well, I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, you know, I think
And
if
what's
we go
nice
in and we
is,
knock it
too-
out when we get the money.
I mean, that's what's nice too, is after she said 3 years, she goes, if a new product comes out, we'll exchange it out for a minimal, you get so much towards it, you just keep I mean, they service it just like the car.
it's a definite do. I mean, there's no question about it.
Let's do it. So like I said, we'll replenish it anyhow. No matter if we take it out now, it's gonna be replenished.
Because right now, I call, Brilliant has 2 of them, and if we have a code, we try to get Brilliant up here, not for like personnel, but that device, because they paid out of pocket for theirs. So,
You have 2 of them?
Brilliant has 2 of them.
Can't they let us use one till we get ours in?
He probably won't get it back. Well, I have been helping him, so he might.
You know, and I just wanna say one other thing. I think we need to really be talking to Hillendale up there and getting something done with Hillendale and us down here.
Well, I've already approached that. We're gonna start repairing
Good.
relationships.
Good.
I'm gonna start going to Steubenville Township meetings
Yep.
because there's all kind of money there, and
Well, there's just, you know, we got something sitting on top of that hill that could help us, and I just, we need to put the bullshit aside and
one of the
start
things
talking
I
to
did
these
add,
people.
according to what Bob was saying about that, you know, knock on wood, very far and few between do we have a lot of fires in town. So I did add Hillendale, Brilliant, and Steubenville Fire to our run cards. Anything if we do have a working structure fire in town, Hillendale, Brilliant, and Steubenville are automatically towed. Carlo Capaldi, the chief, is sending at least an engine with 4 guys on that truck to us, automatic. So Steubenville Fire will be in town in a matter of like 2-3 minutes with the guys from downtown, regardless, he said, you will have it. So, and likewise, if we always get a fire up there, I know when Jack was chief, we went to Steubenville, so. Same way with Brilliant, we've been helping Hutch out. I probably answered 4 or 5 calls during Ray Hall's retirement. We took a call for Brilliant for him down there in Georgia's Run, because it was our 2nd call. So we did handle that for them, so. Things are changing a little bit and working for the best. I know on the fire department said on the contract wise, them guys, they're not really asking for anything, they just want to get the contract renewed and done. I think they're maybe asking for a small raise over the past next 3 years, they don't want anything struck, or they just want to get it done and get it over with. Their biggest ticket item is 24s. They'd like to go 12 or 24-hour shifts. With that being said, I did get some furniture donated to us. I know the Wilsons very well. I know they use their funeral home here as like a write-off for their business because they only do one funeral a year. But with that being said is, I know we talked about it before. I didn't know what your guys' intentions was with using Sophie's old office. It's only just a desk in there. There's really nothing in there. I didn't know if we could start, I know that falls underneath Bob and the mayor and things, to start making that the day room and the living quarters. I can put a twin size bed in that back room for a guy on a 24-hour shift or a 12-hour shift. Talked to the mayor today. We're looking, I'm going to probably put them guys starting on 12s within the next month to help cut down. The overtime has been cut down a lot, so we're going to start cutting this down even more. But I do have a bed, brand new bed and everything donated, and some new recliners coming. We would like to make that the day room. And things like that, if at all possible, because I like because the diesel fuel fumes and things, I don't want to try to put a bed over there and it's touchy over there, but I didn't know what the intentions was with her office. Since it's, I mean, it's empty, there's only a desk in there. She has some pictures on the wall, but I don't think she's coming back too much, or what your guys' feelings are, or things like that.
I think that's what we're gonna do, is just sit down and discuss this, Brandon, but as I told Brandon, I'm not going to hire no assistant chief until after the first of the year. And, because of, the one who was gonna be assistant, he declined the job. But, I told Brandon the other day, we're gonna go with what we got right now. And, as he said, Jim's gonna come back and take open turns and help out, let the overtime down. And Brandon, before you go on, I just wanna, as an inspector, have you written any certified letters or anything, sent any out? Or?
Yeah, me and Kevin's both, we went down, and I know one was sent out to the 700 block, that was sent out to him. I know the fire department took care of that again.
Yeah,
He came down, sprayed the sidewalk off. I went down, looked, took the pictures. He needs the board nose up top there. So that letter was sent to him. So.
Is that Vasage's building?
Yep. Yep.
Was he cited before?
Not to my knowledge, but he is now. Took care of it.
How about, wow, the Avalon, somebody bought that.
Somebody bought that. We actually took the ladder truck down for her, and we went out there and took pictures of the roof for her insurance company. So she has her insurance company there trying to fix the roof and fix the building up. This time I don't know what she plans on doing with it, but I don't know.
Somebody actually paid for that building?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The guy,
Wow. Wow.
the guy up Steubenville that gives them trouble all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Is he who bought, is that who bought that?
I don't.
That Club 66 or whatever else?
106. Yeah.
Smith.
601.
Yeah, Smith.
There
601,
There was a
whatever it is.
female name.
That's
on the-
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the-
There were-
Be-
There were 3 women that went there.
It might be his wife.
We saw him go in the building.
Man, that's the last thing we can hear.
Supposedly, he was the one behind it.
I heard he was trying to get that a while back.
Yeah.
I'll do some digging around, investigate, and find out.
All right, Brandon, anything else?
Dave, so you guys, is that a go ahead on
Yes.
this device?
Yeah, you asked about the device first.
Well, I just say, you were just saying something about it.
Yeah. I was gonna make a motion that we go ahead and buy that device. If we have to make a motion, I don't care, we'll have to buy it.
You really, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and do it.
Make a
You don't really
motion.
have to, because it's under the.
It's 15,000. It's
Well,
only
I
15,000.
just want on record that, we're gonna buy the damn thing, that's all.
Yeah.
So I'll make a motion, we do buy that device.
I second it.
What's nice is even the basic EMT can put that on, and it's all levels, it goes, so
It's idiot proof,
it's
basically.
very, yeah.
Go ahead, Dan, vote.
Okay, Peeler,
Yes.
Cramblett. Yes. Patel.
Yes.
Herrick.
Yes?
Irvin.
Yes.
I have one more question for you, Brent.
Mhm.
I know we got this goofy ass disease around here, and I don't know how long this disease is gonna last, but how long can we work a firefighter one as a full-time firefighter in this village?
Well, I made that call to the state fire marshal's office. They took a lot of language out for that. I know you always had to have a fire too. You had 1 year to get it. They took that language out. It just says a certified firefighter, so it doesn't give you the time frame with that anymore. So first of the year, I've already talked to Buckeye and Belmont. They're both going to hold a Fire 1, Fire 2 transition, which he's going to go to. And actually, all my guys are going to take that who don't have that, so everybody in the firehouse will have at least a Fire 2 with that. I did hire some of my medics. Some of the guys don't have a fire card at all. I do have like $3,900 in education money, so I'm sending them to a 36-hour class now. So that actually starts Saturday. So guys are in that already. So I got guys coming out. And that's another thing we were going to talk about is money for the paramedic. It's something we want to look at now, raising the wage just for a part-time paramedic. That was talked about, and we really didn't get anywhere with it.
Would that fall under the contract?
That might be.
No,
No?
no, part-time.
Part-time, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Didn't we just raise it not too long ago?
Like $13 or something.
We've raised it, yeah.
But you raised it for everybody, and it wasn't just, I think what Brandon was saying is the paramedic should make more than,
It's just a
should raise a
part-time.
paramedic.
We have, and this is my opinion, okay? We got a couple people working here just for a paycheck, and they ain't doing nothing.
All right. Just going through the motions.
So if I bring two medics in here, I wanna pay them at least more than what these two guys are making.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Because, you know,
Agreed.
these two guys ain't moving. Not putting a fire in their ass, but they ain't moving. And that's why I just asked you about firefighter 1. State of Ohio doesn't, you know, they don't piss around that stuff. You gotta be a firefighter, should be a firefighter too. You can't even go in a house if you're not certified. That's when I was chief. I don't know what's going on now, I
That's
have
the
no
same
idea.
thing now.
You know, I got no idea, but you can't even go in a house, you know, if it's on fire. You just smoke it, if you're not a firefighter too. You open the city for liability big time. So I talked about it last week, the last meeting we had down there. You know, now I'm talking about just a paramedic, okay? If we pay them a decent wage, we might get the paramedics, more paramedics here.
Yeah.
You know, we give these other guys money, and we thought they would come, they didn't come. We just do smoke up in the air, that's all we did.
I mean, it's just, I had one of my medics that came and he started working because I got the position, and he worked with a full-timer, it's not a medic. The full-time guy's making $18.22 an hour plus shift differential. He's making $13.10. We had 3 calls that required a paramedic, so he's doing all the work, all the trips, doing everything. But a guy, your full-timer's just driving and then sitting in the recliner. So, I mean, they're doing it because of me and wanting to help me and be here and make things go a lot smoother. But, you know, we talked about the safety meeting and then possibly about, do you want to go $2 or how you guys want to do it? But
I think that contract really needs to be negotiated heavily. Let's go
That's what I'm
around.
looking at right now.
You know, I'm talking about for your full-timers and getting your
Yeah.
paramedics
Oh,
in here.
But there's no contract for
I know
part-time
that,
people.
I know that.
There's no
But
contract.
like I
for
said, I
part-time
think that
people.
we should really, really look at those wages as far as,
I mean, we're paying guys good money
I know, for doing nothing.
for doing nothing.
Yes.
Oh, we could discuss all this at the
Yep.
finance meeting.
Yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
All right, Brandon, just like I say, keep documentation on everything, where you come back and look over what's going on. So if I come and ask you something, I have everything written and
I'll be
documented.
the worst in it, you know that. That's all right.
also, the other thing I had for Bob is I had an email when I was shifting through papers that Village a couple years ago applied for a BWC grant. This email was dated last year to Tim Mattern. We still have remaining $28,440 sitting in a fund somewhere on the BWC area somewhere.
Bureau of Workers' Comp?
Yeah.
That's what they're called.
She also, I think, has that.
I know we got something from them, but I didn't know we had anything.
That was,
Usually get a refund check.
Yeah, well, you get a refund check and,
I left a message for that Sarah to call me because there's stuff on the fire side that we can buy that meets that stuff. All I saw was.
Did I apply for this?
We got, a couple years ago, the village got a big grant. Well, there must still be 28,000 some sitting in their account somewhere. It's a 3-to-1 matching.
Okay, well, find out. Like I said, I don't think I think you guys always applied. But I'm not sure.
So I called her today.
When was that? When we did that? 2014, you
It's-
said?
It was 2014 or 15. We
I
we
wasn't
got a
here.
power cut on it.
Bob, if it's through the Bureau of Workmen's Compensation, Brandon, you probably ought to talk to Steve Gillette.
Yeah. I think he's on there or something.
Yeah, there's that, and
But Steve's
there's
pretty familiar with all that
That was
stuff.
before I was even here.
Steve Hanna too.
2016 when I came.
Yeah, so I called, both of them left a message because that's $28,000 sitting out somewhere.
Like I said, talk to Steve, he's usually in here every.
He saw me the other day.
All right.
Yeah.
I got one more thing, Mayor. While you're looking at proposal package we have for our squads, and see what's in that proposal package will be passed.
For the ambulances and
Yeah,
stuff, yeah.
I'd like to know what
Okay.
equipment was in that fund, because I think we bought a $40,000 truck that we really didn't need right now to ride around in.
Also,
Yeah.
that J-Call come in today and put the 911 radio in it. Everything's GPS. So now all the vehicles are GPS for the 911 center. So that they came and put that in for about $7,000. Rob Harrington, I got hold of him and had Robbie come put that in. So that radio, that truck's GPS and things like that. So that's done with now. No expense to us. That was the county's deal. So.
All right, Brandon, thanks.
And I think, just to clear on the truck, that truck was never designed to just be a truck to ride around.
Yeah.
That truck
That was for
supposed-
hoses and everything,
Well,
for
it's
fires
supposed-
and
It's supposed to
everything.
have.
That's what it was for.
It's supposed to have things like a generator, like a winch,
Winch and all that.
Yeah.
you know, stuff like
It's a
that.
utility truck like almost.
Yes, that's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, what's it supposed to be?
I didn't buy it, Mike.
One of the communities
Huh?
down the
I didn't
river
buy it.
did a nice one. I don't know if you
We-
saw
we
the
didn't
news
buy it.
a while
This
back.
council didn't
A
buy
real
it.
utility vehicle for the fire department. It was more like that, more rugged, kind of
Yeah.
had like winches and it had big,
Lot of
a lot of
cruise-
stuff for equipment and things
Right.
like that. Yeah.
Side
I
boxes
think,
and everything.
Yeah.
I think if you look, Yorkville has one.
Is it Yorkville? It's down the river
I don't
somewhere.
know where,
forget.
but I saw it,
One of
I
them did
happened, I had to go to, I
You can't
was
do
at a
something
seminar
in here.
last year.
I know.
Down
But
there.
I just think something
It
slipped
was
by.
sitting outside and I was looking at it. That's kind of what I,
That's what I envisioned. That's what I envisioned when we were going to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow, that would be nice.
I was just at Yorkville, I should have looked around.
I can say that, and it didn't happen on my watch, Jim knows a little bit, half the equipment purchased for the truck can't be found.
How about the snow blower?
I was gonna bring it up later, Bob.
Okay, all right, sorry.
Let's move on. You got anything from Wayne?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I've had no contact with him. Things are going well down there.
Yeah, so
We got 680 meters in.
I don't know, he didn't tell me. Somebody told me.
I've talked to.
They're moving, I tell you what, if I can just get, what's his name, get his license, because they work well together, those two. I got a great crew right now on distribution, because I got Teeth and the Karis. I got Teeth and Karis out there, and if anybody gives Karis a hard time, Teeth takes care of it, so. It really is nice, I just hope I can get him to get his license if he can, and, because, this is what I wanted 4 years ago, and now I have it, honestly.
And what they're doing too, I'll give them credit, they're not just riding around looking or doing water stuff, they're cutting
Oh, they
grass.
cut grass.
weeds,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
anything they need to do. I've seen them do
They're working.
everything, yeah.
Yeah,
I got a good
Yeah,
workforce out
right.
there now, guys.
so, I can move on now to, the committees, what I'm gonna do is ask George on the ordinance, or we got the resolutions here, ordinances?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's,
Okay, got a few. First of which will be a third reading of ordinance 2020-13. Then we have the first readings, at least for ordinances 2020, 15, and 16. So first I'll begin with ordinance 2020-13. In order to provide for an advance of
Did we
320
ever-
hours, I will address that.
Okay.
It's 320 hours of sick leave to Patrolman Doug Hartsock and declaring an emergency.
go ahead, George.
I move that ordinance 2020-13 be tabled at this time.
I second that motion.
I just see on the schedule that he's gonna be off sick, starting, I have to look at that schedule. And nothing's been said to nobody, so
Can he file LMA, whatever it's called?
I don't think you get that.
I don't, I could probably put in for it.
Yeah.
Family medical leave, we talk about FMLA.
That is to take care of.
I think you'd have to.
I mean, he won't get paid, I mean.
He's
but
probably
he-
out of sick leave,
He
right?
can get family medical leave and
He's out of
he'll
sick
continue
leave.
his hospitalization, but he would not get paid.
Yeah.
Right. It just holds his place, that's
Yeah,
all.
it does.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't think medical leave was for you, it was for a loved one or.
It's for any,
for
you or anything.
Anything we can get it.
Take care of
Medical
something.
leave, yeah.
Oh, then they changed that, did you get a while back then? Or that's what it was originally.
Well, that was the same thing we had with Arden. He was on family medical leave.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you can grant him 6 months after that, actually. And actually, we did that too.
Go ahead.
Oh, there's a first and a second.
Second.
Need a roll call.
Okay, that was you and Karen.
Yeah, the table,
Yeah.
Okay. Cramblett,
Yes.
Burchell.
yes.
Herrick.
Yeah.
Irvin.
Yes.
Peeler.
Yes.
Ordinance 2020-15. An ordinance authorizing the village administrator of the village of Mingo Junction to prepare and submit an application for federal funds under section 5001 of the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Public Security CARES Act.
I second that motion. You made a motion?
No, it wasn't a motion. He's gonna
Oh,
read a
okay.
motion.
You gotta read it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Mike. Sorry, Mike.
I move that a rule requiring an ordinance or resolution to be read by title only on 3 separate occasions be dispensed with, and ordinance number 2020-15 be dispensed with, and that ordinance be given its second and third reading at this time by title only and placed before this council for its final passage or rejection.
Second.
Burchell.
Yes.
Herrick.
Yes?
Irvin.
Yes.
Peeler.
Yes.
Cramblett.
Yes.
Ordinance 2020-15, an ordinance authorizing the village administrator of Village of Mingo Junction to prepare and submit an application for federal funds under section 5001 of the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Public Security CARES Act. Ordinance 2020-15, an ordinance authorizing the village administrator of Village of Mingo Junction to prepare and submit an application for federal funds under section 5001 of the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Public Security CARES Act.
Go ahead.
I move that ordinance 2020-15 be adopted at this time.
Second. Oh, give it to Jack. Yeah.
Who's second?
Jack.
Can I ask a question? Is there a place for council to sign that?
It says,
That's just signed like any other ordinance.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we don't walk out of here and nothing gets signed, that's all. If there was a place for 6 signatures. So it's the clerk and
Mayor.
Just the typical.
clerk and mayor, okay.
Herrick.
Yes?
Irvin.
Yes.
Very much.
Peeler.
Yes.
Cramblett.
Yes.
Burchell.
yes.
Okay. Ordinance 2020-16. An ordinance to amend section 123.01, establishing posting places for village ordinances, resolutions, proclamations, notices, and reports as required by Ohio Revised Code section 731.21 and 731.25.
Go ahead, Ted.
Do we
I
really-
move that a rule-
Do we need to suspend rules for this,
Yes.
for postings?
Yeah. I mean, you're changing your ordinance from your ordinance book, yes, definitely.
I didn't know it was like an emergency.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to drag it out, you can do that.
I mean, we make everything an emergency here, though. I mean, it's really not an emergency.
But that's two different things. Understand, the emergency ordinance, okay, takes 2/3 vote and goes into effect immediately. This ordinance, you're just suspending the rules to pass it. It still doesn't go into effect for 30 days. It's not, you're not calling it an emergency. You're just suspending the rules
So it can
to move it
go,
along.
what if we give it 3 separate readings on its 3rd reading? When does it go into effect?
30 days from the.
30 days after that even?
Yeah.
So we're better off doing it now, right?
It's not an emergency.
It's
It
kind of,
really
you
isn't.
know, it all depends on the change, you know.
Well,
If you want to, I
It's
mean,
up either
I'm sure
way.
we could get the vote and pass it through, so just go ahead. Yeah,
It's-
go ahead and
You sure?
Yeah.
Positive?
Hey, everything's an emergency here. We suspend
I move the
everything.
rule required ordinance to be read by title only on 3 separate occasions be dispensed with, and ordinance number 2020-16 be given its second and third reading by title only and placed before this council for its final passage or rejection.
Second it.
Who? Somebody?
He's suspending, he's making a motion to suspend the rules and give it.
I see your viewpoint on this. You make a good point.
I just asked a question.
No, it's a valid.
We suspend the rules on everything,
It's
whether we
valid.
need it or not, it seems like all the time, but this,
They shouldn't have read it to him.
huh?
Then you should just told
I mean, I
him.
thought someone would second it. I mean, it's just first reading.
All right.
No second.
We don't need to discuss this.
Anything else, Rich?
Under ordinances, I believe that is all Mayor from the floor to you.
All right, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna try something different with, I'm gonna start with Jack, and you guys all know who, what committee you guys had. I'll start with you, Jack, you get a report instead of going to each committee. And if you forget what you're the chairman of, I'll remind you.
I know what I'm chairman of. Water and sewer, I have no report right now. Well, I do, I'm pretty sure they're up to 600, almost 700 meters installed, I think.
It's amazing.
That's what he told me, so that's,
Well, almost half.
yeah, almost half.
Yeah.
And under Parks and Recreation and Cemeteries, the place looks pretty nice up there. We have to do something with the Means property. We got to do
Right.
something with it now. We put the post in up there.
I said we have to get something in writing. We gotta do something
We
from
have to
here.
do, well,
Who does that? I mean, I probably, is that Ernie? You do it as our solicitor?
What are we looking to do?
Well, we got people
we
buried
got
in
it
the
wrong,
wrong
man,
place.
wrong place.
And we have a guy willing to compromise with us, but
Do it.
he's,
You're in charge of the cemetery, do it.
I'm in charge of the cemetery?
Yep.
I'm in charge of the cemetery.
Today.
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't think I was in
I
charge
mean,
of the
it's
cemetery.
not something the council has, it's not something the council has to act on. If you're just talking about a compromise for somebody that's buried in the wrong place, correct it.
I don't wanna write a contract, I don't wanna write a contract though. I mean, as far as, something that's legal, I don't wanna do that. I would have you write something up legal saying, you
Well, what do
know,
we need
you
to-
agree to
Well,
this.
Hey, let me start from the beginning. What is the problem?
There's a guy buried in the wrong place. Okay?
Up and move it.
No. No, that was,
Listen,
no,
listen, everything's there. The stone, everything else is there. A great big stone and him in the ground.
Okay.
Okay? The moving, we gotta do it. Or we gotta pay somebody to do
Now we
it.
gotta talk to the family.
What does the
That's just-
family want?
Yeah, we haven't, I don't think we really even approached.
We
the
haven't even
family.
talked to the people that's buried in the wrong place. We talked to the people that's
That own
where
it.
he buried at.
Oh.
And they're said, go ahead and take it. Just give us some
Yes,
replacements.
yeah.
Right,
So we did that.
yeah.
Now, I need something, to put something in writing because this guy's getting a little itchy. He says, I wanna know where my property's at. Like, I'm gonna die tomorrow, you know. So we went up and put posts in the ground, big wooden posts, where nobody could drive in there anymore. If you go into the cemetery to circle, go down over the hill, before you make the turn, it's right there.
This is
So we put
Means.
new posts in the ground there, where you can't drive in there no more. And there's, his dad's got 10 lots, he had 10 lots.
Wow.
Now he's only got
None.
7 lots.
That's at the Hatfields and the McCoys.
Yeah, so we just want to put something in writing and have both people sign it, okay? You know, here's what you
I'll
got.
get with Bob, then we'll figure something out.
Yeah, I guess what we need to do is get the plot numbers from Judy so that we know what we're talking about. And then just say, okay, you know, this is what you had, this is what you have now. Do you agree to that? So have they talked to Odell's and all?
I talked, no, I haven't talked to them, no.
So they don't really know that he's buried in the wrong place then, do they?
Oh, we do.
I mean, do they know?
No.
You know, they may present a problem.
Well, then let's dig him up
Okay, well,
and put him down over the hill.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. I
Okay, I know.
I didn't put him.
Lauren is put in charge now, so, you
You
know.
never get together on this.
Yeah, I didn't put him there.
Wait, I wonder if it's all at your cemetery.
I got a pet cemetery, not one of these.
Anyway, that's all I got. Thank Mayor for them two things. I'm
Okay, but I
done.
want,
Yes, done.
October 10th, Bob, is the last day of the shelter house.
Okay.
That's October 10th. Somebody moved it, and said, go ahead. You can shut everything else down up to the shelter house now if you want. The small shelter house is
There's
done.
people here today.
And,
Full.
Really?
Swimming.
what's that?
Somebody was up there.
There was people today up to Shelter House. I wasn't home, but
That was the women's club.
I saw.
Okay.
They're using it.
Yeah, we kind of let the Women's and Alliance Club
Yeah.
have their meetings.
Yeah.
That was one of them clubs, Roper.
Yeah.
I know. And, but, October 10th, that's done. We are renting downstairs, right?
What's that?
We are renting downstairs.
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah, I think, you know,
Okay.
I got no problems with downstairs.
Like I said, I think the city building, whoever's been cleaning, I know the girls were in here today running the sweeper and on tables and stuff. And the hall's been clean. I don't know if Brandon, maybe on night turn, send a guy over to mop the halls every once in a while. The building looks good, but, I mean, I got some pictures out here from North Plant, South Plant, and Coke Works. That were in the mill for years. They were down at my place. I got Timmy to bring them up here. If you guys, we could hang them on the walls here, they're, you know.
Those look awesome.
Yeah, there. So, with that, Mr. Herrick, do you have anything on your committees?
Yeah, safety, had a meeting scheduled the other day, George couldn't make it, so we just canceled it out, but it was back, I told you it was up on Edward Street, the guy wanted a safety thing there so he could park up there on Edwards, but now does the garbage truck get through there?
I haven't had no one say.
At Edward Street? They get through
I
there?
got
I've heard no complaints.
Yeah.
Huh?
No one has said anything to me that they can't get through any places, but that doesn't mean that,
Yeah, because
That's
that
not
road
happening.
is narrow in there, you know, and he wants a medical thing painted for him, so he,
handicap.
handicap, yeah. But we didn't get a chance to go up to make a decision. You must have been busy the other night when we had the meeting.
Thursday night.
Jody Lynn and I showed up, but you didn't.
This meeting, I didn't know about it existing. There was a committee meeting of different safety was mentioned last council meeting that didn't include me. I did not know about this one, unless it was changed, I didn't know. I'm sorry, I could have been there.
Yeah, because we brought it up, and then we said we would meet as a whole the other, that's when,
That was the evening we had to swear. in.
that was the meeting when you had, when Brandon was,
That is,
Yeah.
So,
okay, but when Jody Lynn gets back, we'll take care of it.
Is that it, Satch?
Yeah, that's it.
George, on your committees.
First of which, as far as health and pension, I will get with the members of that hopefully fairly soon. I was speaking with Frank Harmon this past week, said about a little over half of the employees have already responded to the form submission as far as, going out and looking to see what type of, quotes they can get for us, and we'll go that route once things progress down there a little bit further. I forget the other two members of the committee. I think it might be you two.
I am.
Oh, you're on it? Okay, my bad.
Health and pension?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should not pass.
Alright,
You, me, and,
okay. All right, so I'll get with you two once it gets a little more progressed, once we actually have something to talk about,
Okay.
as far as how that goes. And as far as economic development, I guess would be a VHJ kind of thing. If necessary, I am able, if it's like a remote
Just
type
gonna ask
meeting,
Satch if
I
you can
can,
go, or if you can go to them, because they would really like somebody to start.
because they can do remote, I can log in remotely.
Okay.
My schedule, it's on Wednesdays around noon. It's right around my lunchtime. And I can probably get approval to kind of double up a little bit, overseeing my students at lunch. Because I have, every teacher's got lunch day this year because it's our classroom, kind of thing. But I also have some flexible IT time where I'm working on computers, where I can just stay after to cover that. So I can, attend the meeting if necessary.
Yeah.
'Cause they allow remote meeting and stuff like that, so I can attend if necessary. Give us some,
Yes.
membership on there. Then we're
We
still
did, I
involved.
mean, it's my fault too, or that we let that go, and I think they did ask if we could get somebody to start, and with my schedule and stuff, it's pretty tough for me. But, yeah, I appreciate that, George. Yes.
I need some sort of authorization probably, I'm not quite sure.
No,
As long as you give me a thumbs up, I guess we're good now, yeah.
Mayor appoints whoever
Yeah.
it is, so.
no, I appreciate it.
So it's okay with you if I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. Okay, anything else, George?
I think that's it, and Bob, I'll kick it with you tomorrow. We can see about scheduling a meeting with Weezak and try to see if we can sit down and just kind of let them know that we're there to, support and back and stuff like that.
Okay.
Someone just texted me the other day and asked me if they were doing anything down there, so not to my knowledge. So,
Oh, and one more thing. Sorry, in reference to previous discussions at committee meetings, I have a conference call scheduled tomorrow as far as looking for the best route of application vis-a-vis area-wide planning focusing upon downtown business development and brownfield revitalization. So that's in the process of that, and then once we figure out the route, then I can bring forth some recommendation as motion as far as applying for a specific type grant. But that's where I'm at in that process.
all right, thank you. All right, Adam, anything on your dock, please?
Since we don't have a newspaper rep anymore, usually this time of year, usually try to do a reminder about streetlights. It's starting to get dark a little bit earlier, so, as people go around and see, street light out, usually Jags is pretty good. He rides around and looks for them, so, if anyone sees a street light out or gets a complaint, just send it over to Jags, on that.
I was out Sunday night, and there was only one, and it's already been repaired.
Yeah, that's good. Then,
Or Saturday night, not Sunday night.
wanted to backtrack, as far as buildings, have people asking me what's going on with the church across from, the old high school. I don't know what's going
Well,
on.
I'm
with that.
gonna have to contact, I forget.
Is that
what-
P. Rose? Do
Yeah,
they have
P. Rose.
that?
Yeah, his son has that, he's in Columbus.
Right.
It's just in shambles right
Yeah,
now.
I'm gonna have to ask him what he's gonna do there. They were supposed to demolish it.
Mm-hmm.
They had asbestos in there, they were supposed to abate it. I don't know if they've done it, I don't know.
They took all the asbestos out.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I know he was having trouble with that contractor. He would just.
Well, they had a guy, they had a couple things up there,
Yeah, I know.
working, but then they took them out.
I'll try
right
to
away.
find out. I'll
Oh,
call him
it's-
again.
I just get people asking.
I understand.
Yeah, I don't know what to
That's all
tell
the
them.
time, Adam, they're asking everybody.
Yeah.
And it is nice.
Well, it's the
Well, they
same
were moving
thing,
pretty quickly. It seemed like they started, then all of a
Yeah.
sudden it just
And I think
stopped.
it's the same thing that happened with the high school.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Here owns that house, Bob, don't he?
I don't know.
Across from the church?
I don't know.
The big duplex or whatever it is, that big house,
He
yeah.
just put a new roof on it.
Yeah, he had his truck up there. I saw they're putting a roof on, so, yeah.
Well, if you see Joe, or not Joe, it's
Mark.
Mark.
You see him, ask him. I mean, just say, hey, what's going on there? I mean, I'll give him a call. I don't
Oh,
have
we
his
could
number.
do you, Brandon, again, register letters.
Yeah.
Just donate it to the fire department and burn it down.
Well, see, they don't do that anymore. I
Well,
wish
I
we
talked to
could.
your guys the other day when they were down on the sidewalk, I
They
said,
don't do it anymore.
and there are people, and we explained, what you can't do it like you used to do, I guess.
Yeah, no, you can't.
They did it
Right.
in West Virginia a couple weeks ago, that Joe John's place, they already had a
Oh,
control.
really?
Yeah.
Joe Jones?
Really?
They took that down. Wow.
Yeah.
As long as
Why
the
did they
asbestos
stop
and everything,
that?
shingles
Oh, really?
are left removed.
I thought he stopped you from doing that.
Oh, as long as everything's EPA,
If
can
it's,
make
if
sure
it's
everything's
approved,
kosher.
the berm, you can burn it, but you know, trouble is, there's a house right there.
Yeah, I know, that's
You
pretty
got, they got
close.
that exposure right there, that's
Yeah.
gonna be the
Yeah,
issue.
that's like a timber box, the old church.
I'm talking about a house on the list,
Got a bunch downtown,
all
don't
the
you?
lists are down.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
You gotta watch.
Hasn't got there too fast.
Yeah.
Okay, Pat, anything? Like I said, I'll check on the senior,
I'm gonna
get
go
together with
check on
Pat,
the-
check, not Pat,
Pat, hey, Pat, you get together with Pat.
Fred.
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 Right, and, just keep with him and see what activities are going on.
Yeah, I was gonna call him, I have his number.
I think he's been open, what, about a week?
Yeah, we had bingo on Wednesday
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
12:30 to 3.
Yeah.
How many people showed up, Jags?
I don't know
Four.
how long it goes down there. She said-
Yeah.
About 4.
Be 17.
I'm gonna contact some of the ladies that used to go down there and play bingo and cards and see if they wanna come back to it. Cause I have some of their members
The
also.
older people are
To
still
let them
scared
know.
of the
Yeah.
virus. That's the only thing.
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely.
Say, what's that, guy?
Under streetlights, I forgot to ask Adam, in the park, because I know somebody don't go down the park too often up there. The big lights for the basketball court, I want to set one completely out. So if you happen to be down there, Jack, just take a look at that phone number. Again,
What are you looking at him?
well, he's on the streetlight committee, I just thought I'd tell you, but.
That was supposed to bounce off of you.
You get that? Yeah.
Sorry, Pat, for the interruption. Which basketball court, Jack?
Huh?
Is it basketball court two?
Down towards my house,
Okay.
not, check both of them.
All right.
There's a big crack on the basketball court too. I know it looks like we seal them, but I
They
hate for the
did.
winter for that to get ice and
Yeah.
water down
Yeah.
and ice and make it worse and worse. 'Cause
We'll
it
see what
still
we
is a
can
nice
do,
court.
you know, I don't know, like I said, that court's
That surface is
getting pretty beat up.
It's seen better days, but
Yeah.
I hate to just throw in the towel on it and let's let it really crumble. You know?
Hey, recreation, do you guys take the nets off of the basketball courts for the winter time at a certain?
No.
We never have.
No.
They go down and shovel the snow and play.
Yeah. I know we
I've
used to.
done that.
I have
Never
8
done that.
more, I think it's 8 more nets. So whenever a net goes bad, just let me know. You
Right.
know.
I think maybe we should take the tennis court nets down.
We do, I think we take a tennis court. I think we take that one
We
down.
used to,
Yeah.
we just put that new cable in there.
Okay, I'll find out.
Sorry, Pat, they like to jump around.
That's okay. That's
She's talking
fine.
about a woman.
You have anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, no audience here, so no audience participation. We got a motion to go into executive session. Yes, Jack.
I make a motion to go into executive session for
Pending litigation.
pending litigation.
Have 2 of them?
Doesn't involve me, I hope, right?
Brenda, did you need, you're
It
good?
don't involve me, does it?
Pending litigation.
Okay, I don't care.
It's a short
Just stay
meeting.
here for-
You might wanna hear this, but-
Okay,
Just stay here for a minute.
all right. Well, hey, I tell you what, get that, sign that resolution now, if you could.
Yeah, before you forget.